This year's BRICS Summit has ended in the Russian city of Kazan, where President Putin played host to China's President Xi Jinping and India's Narendra Modi. Padraig Carmody is lecturer in development geography at Trinity College Dublin.
So I think some concrete things came out of it. It was good to see that India and China settled their border dispute a few days before the summit, and I think that was facilitated by them both being members of the BRICS. Also, some new initiatives were announced, like the BRICS grain exchange, and I think that has both practical and symbolic importance, because one of the impacts of the war in Ukraine was to drive global grain prices higher. So again, that has both symbolic and practical effect, and then incremental or smaller progress was made on other issues, I'd say, as well.
One thing that also emerged was this idea of moving away from using the dollar and doing more business in local currencies. How do you see that working? Do you see that working?
Yes, to an extent. There has been a gradual trend towards de-dollarization in the global economy, particularly when the Europeans developed the euro. That kind of speeded that process a little bit. There are issues with it as well. So, you know, how many rubles or rupees does Russia need, for example? So having one currency which serves as a reserve currency that everybody accepts in a way is easy. It gives certain advantages to the US that countries that want to move towards a more multipolar world system or order don't necessarily like, but you can do small things incrementally to move towards greater trade and investment in national currencies. And the BRICS have already been doing some of that. The majority of loans given out from the BRICS Bank in China, for example, now are in the Chinese currency, the renminbi.
So we've seen BRICS already doubling in size, more members said to be asking to join the group.
So I think it has influence at different levels. All of the members want to see a more multipolar world order. They feel that the West has been too dominant for too long in economics, in politics, in security matters, and they want to have a more equal world order. So that's kind of what unites them, and they can cooperate on those issues which will help them move towards that more multipolar kind of order. But they also have different interests and compete in certain cases as well. So Saudi Arabia and Iran, for example, have a kind of regional rivalry in West Asia. Ethiopia and Egypt have tensions over the Grand Renaissance Dam, which is taking water out of the Nile as it fills, and Egypt is worried about that. So they can cooperate on certain issues, and then they will still compete on other issues. But it serves as an important kind of place where cooperation can deepen, and you can have these positive outcomes like the border agreement between China and India.